this thing on?
Yep, it's on. You're live.
Hey, hey, what's going on? It is episode 0 of the Brickdown by the Brickdown. It's me, Bricksbird, and
Vintage.
we're just gonna have a little dry run here. We're gonna figure this thing out and mess around a little bit, and that's the deal. So, what do you got?
Well, so first of all, let me preface this first stream as, just kind of, I hear myself.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, already found the first issue, forgot to mute the stream. But, this is more of troubleshooting. There might be some issues that come along the way, but that's what this is for. If there is any issues that you guys notice while you're watching, I would appreciate if you let us know so we can try and fix it here and now so we don't have to worry about it later. But yeah, so without further ado, we'll just start it off with a little conversation. So I am curious, what is your favorite character in the game?
Ooh. See this highwayman on the bottom here. And I also have a lot of lag on this. Should I just refresh it?
Well, I think YouTube just has a slight lag behind it, so.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What do you see on your end?
Well, I see it live because I have it going.
Okay, do we have anybody in here? There's 5 people in here.
Yeah, I can't see who's in here, but I do see the number. That's all
right,
I
hold
see.
up. I'm gonna.
If you want to try and refresh it, you can try and refresh it. See if that makes it better.
Yeah, I just tried.
Shout out Mountain Dew Frostbite. It's amazing.
Oh man, this thing's not working for me. Yo.
Can you not get it pulled up?
I think I just have a lot of lag, quite honestly. And I don't know if it looks like normal for everyone else, but I have a lot of lag.
Well, if anybody can confirm if there is lag or not, that'd be appreciated. But
so anyway, the Highwayman's gonna be the one.
All right. Do you have any specific reason?
I really like the DPS. It's just the single target, single focus DPS. I think it's good. I think it's good for like the castle meta when everyone was talking about I can't get down on these pump downs, and I think it's also good for this pirate thing going on because you need to lay the smackdown on at least somebody. 5 versus 4 is better than 5 versus 5. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it.
Real quick, I forgot to add the website. Is it just brickspur.com?
Yeah, I was able to do some magic. I've been sitting on this URL for a very long time, or the domain, or whatever you call it. I don't really speak that these days, but it's just bricksbird.com. Brings you to the Bricklink store. The Bricklink store is basically parts, minifigures, everything related to Lego.
And if you guys didn't catch that, it is at the bottom, right down there by the Highwayman underneath it. The website, bricksbird.com.
So that's it, So, yeah, I'm not even going to look at the YouTube anymore because it's just throwing me off because there's so much lag. I have no idea what's going on.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll get something figured out for next time for you to be able to see it.
For sure.
But I'll go with my favorite character. I'm going to have to go with Lloyd. Now, after he got the nerf, he's not as great, but I still think he has to be the greatest character. All right?
Why?
All right. So he's a tank that doesn't use taunt, and because of that, you can take taunt off him if needed pretty easily with another tank.
Okay.
Because basically he's stealthing everybody to make himself quote unquote taunt.
So you know what? I'm gonna have to be the devil's advocate.
Okay,
if you have scrub, so let's just say you've got like a Lloyd, and you have some scrubadoos, so like your other 4 are kind of not leveled up and things of that nature. I think in today's world, that's good. But if everyone's on an even playing field, right? Everyone's hitting level 50, you got these pirates coming up like absolute savages, just tearing things up that, used to hold pretty well. I think Lloyd has become pretty much non-existent in today's world, at least for the time being. I mean, later on, we all know everything's kind of gearing toward one way or the other, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, I think Lloyd had its day. But today it's a little bit different. I think you need, a high DPS, like a single serving, single focus DPS.
Yeah.
I think you need like a revive, or revives coming. Especially, I mean, you're on the global shard, right? You're on global.
Yep, I'm in shard 2.
Do you have a lot of pirates running amok in there, or what?
Yes, there is a lot of pirates. However, I'm gonna true to the Ninjago, and they're not letting me be in top 100 very well. But
Live by the cross, die by the cross, man.
yeah,
I'm with you.
I mean, I'm just waiting for Wu, because Wu's gonna change him, so will DGJ when he comes out.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same things we're going through right now with, obviously being on global. We're gimped on the timeline, two different variations of the timeline. So if you're gonna mess around with Castle, you're gimped on Magisto pretty bad. I was actually, shout out to myself. I was able to hit that last node on Glyph Hunt today for gold.
Yeah.
That thing's brutal, man. I lost a couple hours of sleep, messing around thinking about that one. But then on the other side, you got Redbeard. You got pirates running amok, and they're gimped out by Redbeard. But Redbeard is an absolute savage because it's nothing that we've seen in Global Shard. And then it just pops out, and the next thing you know, you got Redbeard running an absolute muck.
I mean, that's kind of the great thing about how early on this game still is. Even though it did have quite a lengthy beta time, they're still coming out with new stuff, changing stuff, and you're seeing a bunch of these characters that may not have been as prominent before, more prominent now.
Yeah. No, it's good. For that whole thing, I mean, I got to give it up to you, man. Live by the cross, die by the cross. You want to hold it down with Lloyd? You feel strong. I mean, if you were to talk to me when that transfer on the shards went down, I would have definitely 100% said Lloyd. But times are changing out here.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would agree that he's not as great as he once was, but I think he still has a lot of that factor to him that makes him still good.
I agree with you. I'll tell you what, I've been selling a lot of Lloyds out of this. I think I'm wiped out of every variation of Lloyd. Not that I was heavy Ninjago. I'm actually getting into the new series of Ninjago now with all that digi stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But Lloyds are going ham out of the store. Happy birthday, by the way. It was your birthday.
Appreciate it. Yep. Thursday was my birthday.
21. You're at the ripe age of now you have no excuses. You know what
Correct.
I mean? Used to be able to live in a world of excuses, and now you're a grown man. So
now I got to deal with problems, and it's horrible. It
is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Join the force.
Yep.
Join the force. I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yep.
So check this out. What I was talking about was the Glyph Hunt. What is it? 6-8. I ended up getting gold on it today. It was very, very difficult.
With pirates?
Gosh, it was. Geez, I don't even remember the team right now. I don't even remember the team. It was 100% Scarlet, 100% Redbeard. I borrowed a Reed. I think I used a Hiker because there's so much AoE damage in that one. And then, gosh, it slipped my mind. It slipped my mind, dude. I have no idea.
It's all good.
I have no idea, but we'll talk about it on the next one.
Yeah.
I'll have it a little bit more figured out. However, that other one, the one before that's super hard, is that Ice Glider. That Ice Glider is absolutely difficult because of this whole Ninjago thing. And when I did it, I was just chilling in my bed. Everyone was sleeping, and my wife was sleeping. And I'm like, I'm just gonna try to knock this thing out, and I'm actually gonna try to record it. And I recorded it and uploaded it. I think this was like 3 or 4 days ago, and I was so hype about it. So I don't know if you want to run that, and we can.
Yeah. So
it's difficult. That stuff is difficult
So
for sure.
this is just this. Be warned. This is just another test thing. We're still having issues with him seeing what I'm seeing at the same time, which will work out as we go on. But this is just another test. Kind of testing out, see how things go.
I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm gonna pull it up to see if it's
So
still lags.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you pull up just the video itself,
Yeah, I guess you're right, and I'll just try to run it real
and
time.
you can just run the video with us. Kind of talk about maybe what you're thinking or whatever. Because this video is by you. You posted this video on your YouTube, and just no commentary to it. There's the music.
I'm not trying to be a YouTube star by any means. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see if I. So you tell me when you are running it, and I'm gonna just hit click on the same thing, and we'll just try to do it that way.
All right, we'll do a countdown on it. All right, let me know when you're ready for the countdown.
There you go. I like it. Hang on, I got it pulled up right now, and let me know whenever you're ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, how did I end up on some other dude's video?
Do I need to restart it?
Yo, shout out to dude. Shout out to Bagel Time because for somehow I ended up on his video.
All right. Well, so real quick, we do have.
Oh no, I got it. I got it right now. I got it right now.
We'll restart.
Yeah. Let me go. Let me know.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So right now I'm picking the ally, right?
Yeah. So you're picking the ally. You got Valiant.
Yeah, I just picked your boy.
Yeah.
I threw up Hiker because I think I had Bart, but you need AoE. I mean, you need AoE heals in this.
Hiker is really good just because he can AoE heal, in my opinion. Like that AoE heal is something that's really solid.
If you're taking AoE damage, you need Hiker, 100%.
Oh, for sure.
And especially if you're like missing it by just that much, and you're like, I just need that much. I mean, Hiker might be.
Yeah.
So the other thing about it too is Reed with that stun is absolute fire.
Oh yeah.
Necessary. So all of this right here is basically, I'm trying to think, I've done this a few times, so I know like the first round, but then you start getting into muddy waters towards the, when you're getting set up for the second and third rounds, because you're starting to lose and you're starting to like figure out how do I keep everything going.
Yeah, and that right there that just happened, you saw that almost 9k crit from Highwayman, showing why he is as good as he is and why he is such a solid character.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think it's necessary because, I mean, look at the squad. You have 2 single-serving focused DPS right there, 1 with stun. Mm-hmm. And then the other idea is obviously Scarlet. This was, I think, day 1 of Scarlet, and I'm like, let me take a shake at it. Yeah. So this day 1 with Scarlet. Everyone's just trying to kind of figure it out, and that taunt at 50% or under 50% on anyone else is absolute savage. It's much better than I had expected because it's a pest. It's like a pest, like Jester is a pest. Yeah. And then when you have Valiant, I mean, Valiant with Scarlet is unbelievable. It's an unbelievable combo. Mm-hmm. So this is the thing we're all talking about, is this woo.
The ultimate. The woo ultimate, destroying everybody's life.
Everyone's just...
That ability block is horrid.
After woo. Yeah. And right here, you have to understand, I don't have Redbeard, I don't have any of that. I can't cleanse, I can't do anything, so I just got to deal with it. Yep. So it's kind of rough. So the other good thing right now is this Yeti event, and I know, everyone's trying to figure out what do I do in this Yeti event, and there's all this content and this and that going out. Aurora, I've been seeing a lot of guys popping up with these Auroras out of nowhere. Hey, yesterday they didn't have an Aurora, and today they got like a 6-star Aurora. You know what I mean? So it's, that's a good look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely something that I personally need to work on, but I'm just focusing on getting ready for the Master Wu, so I'm just all in on Pirates right now.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Highwayman is...
Yep, I have Highwayman like 3 shards from unlock. I'm trying to at least unlock him so I can gear him up and have him.
I mean, anything that's good, like your mama always said, man. If it's good, it's gonna take a little bit of work. You know what I mean? The same thing applies in this game too. You notice how there's certain nodes and you hit them, and you're getting hiker nodes. They're just falling out of the sky. And then you start popping off on these highwaymans and these auroras, and they're like dry, like, you know, I don't even want to get into derogatory, but very dry, very dry. But yeah, this was, you know, I was so hype about it because this was one that I was struggling with. And then once, you know, for anyone that's watching this that hasn't gotten through this thing on Glyph Hunt, you know, I think this is pretty valuable. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, if you watch it a couple times, I know it's a boring video, but at least, you know, we have it on this stream and you can actually get a little bit of color commentary on it.
Yeah, and I mean, I also think that this video really shows, you know, like how much Scarlet is a game changer, you know, like this would be a super hard mission without her, as you said. But Scarlet kind of, you know, made you get through it super easy.
You know, I'll tell you what, Scarlet changed the game in the whole pirate game. You know, if you know, there's so many arenas or whatnot, but I'm sure a lot of people seeing this, you know, pirate activity going on, and they're kind of getting shook because a lot of these castle teams that were just on spin to win, you know, are kind of getting tore up. And Redbeard, and this is what I also think is, you know, we were talking about Redbeard and Magisto being in the same kind of playing field as, you know, they're throttled. There's going to come a point where, you know, and that's why they had to make that update when after this update, next thing you know, you're getting all these Magisto tiles or whatnot. It's because everybody knows that if you think you're going to get Redbeard start up to 7 much faster than Magisto. So if that doesn't give you like a roadmap as to like what's happening, I don't know what is. And all these guys that went straight up pirates and started running amok after the update, you know, congratulations, because you guys were on the right side of things. But, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, Castle still has its thing, but I think you also need these plug and play guys. You need the highwayman. You know, you need the Aurora, and now you have the opportunity to get that Aurora with the Yeti thing. And,
so, you know, just speaking about plug and play characters while we're, you know, just watching the end of this video right now, or this last wave, I should say.
Yeah, Wu-Tang hitting hard.
Oh yeah. So what do you think the best plug and play characters for really any team are? Because I mean, there's obviously Highwayman, there's obviously Aurora. Hiker's pretty up there because of his healing.
No, Hiker's gonna fall off. I mean, Hiker, even guys that are using Hiker as like stall, part of their stall squad.
Yeah.
Hiker's a weak link. I mean, Hiker's good.
Oh, for sure he is.
Hiker's good for that passive that he has. Oh, you see here, I'm getting destroyed. So now I'm thinking, now right here at this point, I'm getting shook. I'm like, all right, I need to keep my Aurora at good health and at good standing, and I need to not make mistakes because I've been here before and just got absolutely demolished.
Yep.
What helped was, who just went down? I don't even know who just went down, but what helps, because you see, like, I still have this DPS still sitting around. I got 2 little hidden DPS guys. It's just a mess. It's an absolute mess. Wu, you can't get to him. Garmadon, he's a little scary. So my only thought right here is I need to start picking apart this DPS because I'm in big trouble, and everybody knows like Kai is no joke too. I mean, anyone that knows anything about these nodes is Kai is a problem.
Yeah, and especially with Naya there, you know, Naya's untouchable with Kai there because Kai's just gonna destroy you if you try and hit her.
She's a problem too.
Yep.
You know, I think for anyone right now, you know, get yourself involved in the read game. You definitely need to have read.
Yeah.
That is absolutely necessary. You need to have that single serving DPS, and if you can get yourself involved in a revive, because how else are you gonna? I don't see how anyone else. I don't see how you could I don't see how you can gold this if you're not kicking it with that beauty, the fucking Aurora.
Yep.
So now here I'm starting to get hyped because I'm like, all right, Wu is halfway, you know, and this is where that DPS comes in, because it's like after this I can stall the game a little bit and just try to revive my guys, and that's what I'm thinking right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, now Wu is down, and I might be jumping up and down in my bed, but probably not because everyone's sleeping. and then this is pretty much checkmate. You know, I'm kind of just doing it slow. I'm not trying to do anything too crazy.
Trying to make sure you don't lose more people than you need to before you have this
Exactly.
revive them.
Exactly. But I have no taunters here, except for the homie that's just gonna get sniped.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm kind of scrambling here. I'm like, am I gonna bronze this thing again? It's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of it's also, you know, luck. You just gotta hope they hit the right person, and not, you know, take out the person that you're hoping, like, oh, please don't hit my Aurora so she doesn't die. Hit Valiant, let Valiant die or something, you know.
It is luck. At this point, I'm like, dude, I got this. Now all I have to do is just stall the game, just get my other homie up, and that's the tank. I mean, Scarlet's been down for, I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention here, but Scarlet's been
a long time. Yeah, she died before Wu was down. So
I've been struggling. You see, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not chilling in comfort. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's hairy. This is a hairy mess. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough node, and you know, the fact that you have to get through it pretty well.
Where are you in life? Are you at this node right here?
We can look here in a second, but I don't exactly remember. I know I'm close. I don't know if I'm at this node or not, though. I also haven't really pushed those recently, so.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to a point where you just need these things. You know what I mean? It's like,
oh yeah,
you just need them. You just need them. You need them, and then you start losing sleep. So yeah, I was hype about that, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was hyped that's a screenshot right there. Show it to the peeps. You know, shout out to Figure Empire, the best alliance in the game.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was hype about that, man. Shout out to D with all that data mining stuff. You know, you gotta hand it to these incredible stuff to be able to have information prior to the release of information based on knowledge and skill set. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to these guys. You know what I mean? I'm very lucky to be involved in this minifigure empire thing, for sure.
Oh yeah. So, well, real quick, you know, this is another thing we wanted to test. Just so this is my in-life real-time game. You know, just see how this goes. So you had mentioned, where was I in Glyph? So in Glyph, I am basically at the node to unlock that node.
Oh, really?
I mean, I probably could beat it. There's a good chance I can beat it, but I just haven't felt the need to progress further, I guess. So I just kind of stopped there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
dog barking out there. Tell that dog to stop barking. Oh,
yeah. I'm actually surprised you heard that because I barely heard that.
You got that mic. Your mic is too hype. Your mic is too hype, my dude.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm at 6-6 on Glyph. I want to say I'm the exact same on Piptown. I'm at 6-7 on Piptown. And then Monolith, I just had that last node.
Okay, hang on just a second. Hold the phones. All right, I'm pulling this up on my phone, and it might be working. Has anyone in the chat said that this thing is working or not working?
Yeah, Bricko said it. Bricko and Kennedy both said that it looks good. So
clear as day. Yo, I'm on that bad technology or something.
Clear as day. I don't know, but I mean, they have mentioned, you know, some stuff. You know, like they said Aurora was bomb and Reed is fantastic.
Yeah, Reed. You need Reed for those things. For anyone that needs secrets to unlock those beauties.
What a guy.
Reed Aurora Highwayman. Get involved.
Yeah, so I got my Reed up to 6-star. Then let's see here. My Aurora, you know, she's 3-star right now. I haven't got a chance to work on her abilities. Highwayman is still locked. Oh, I'm just one tile away. Let's see. Do we get this one tile now?
Get it.
Let's get this tile. Ooh, got 4 of them. Oh yeah, look at that, man. There we go. So yeah.
Nice.
Got him unlocked and
Am I
everything.
chopping up in the video or no? Like, am I? Yeah, I'm trying to think if it's like my internet. I don't know what's going on over here. So
What'd you say about the chat? Like, did you
No,
try to
I'm
send a
saying,
message?
is my video choppy?
No, your video looks fine to me.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, so what else you got? What'd you do on your birthday? Anything?
Well, you gotta do what everybody does on the 21st, which is drink.
Oh
And,
man, got drunk.
it didn't go well.
No?
But yeah. But yeah.
Awesome. I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Were you drinking booze?
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem. I mean, alcohol.
Well, I was, my issue is I was mixing drinks, which is a bad idea to
Yeah.
begin with. So,
Yeah, everybody's been there. Everybody's been there. Man.
you got to do it. You have to experience it.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever experienced it before?
Not that extent.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I mean, it's one of these things in our culture. That's what it is to be 21.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the majority of us have gotten involved in that prior to 21. So it's kind of a strange thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I mean, it's just whether you can do it to yourself or if you have to get somebody else to help you.
yeah, for sure. The booze, man. The booze is a tough one.
Oh, yeah.
Beer, you can babysit beer, you're getting full and you're, all that nonsense, but booze, you can't gauge it. You can't gauge it. It's like, you could have 6 shots in the course of 10 minutes and then an hour from now you're going to be laid out. Just nerfed.
Yeah.
It's terrible. So this Yeti thing, how do you feel about it? What's up with this Yeti event?
Well, Yeti event, it's if you're level 50, you can get to the last node pretty easy, if you ask me. But it's past that it's really it gets tough. That last hard node, it's very hard to do. That's for sure.
I don't think it's worth it. I've tried it a few times, or I'll say I did it twice. I tried it twice on the first day because I pretty much autoed everything else. So it's weird when you're autoing everything and then you're like, oh yeah, the last one's gonna be pretty
Yeah, I
good.
autoed everything except for the last normal and the last.
I mean, I semi-autoed the second to last one because things were starting to get a little hairy, and I'm
Yeah.
like, let's put the pause button on it and try to figure out what's going on. One of those deals. But the last one, I was like, all right, I'll be able to kind of do that too. The last one just wrecks you. It's all that I'm telling you. Yeah, bro, the game itself. It's purposely underpowered to Master Wu. That's it.
Well, Master Wu's just super insane.
It's the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang
Yeah.
Clan ain't nothing, Um, I think, for me personally, I don't think it's worth it to have Yeti. I may be wrong. If people want to get involved and they want to get all Yeti, kind of, I see it as pretty much like the Spooky Girl, event, where it's like it just looks shiny, and then this one you got it like wrapped up in like a little map, and it's just very shiny, and it's a
Yeah.
good way to get a little bit of income on the game side. But I don't think it's necessarily going to be a game changer, until like maybe, possibly way further down the line when things get real hairy.
Yeah.
But the game's not really in like lockup mode. You have, obviously the two pure factions, which are dominant, and then you have the future, which is speculation.
Yeah.
And I think for anybody that's trying to figure out, we always see these questions, what do I do? What do I do? I think for anybody trying to figure it out Pirates is absolute fire right now with, you don't necessarily have to, you just play the game and you can get involved. Castle's going to be a little bit more difficult because of that go-go thing, and go-go's definitely needed. But Pirates, it gets you through arena you can climb, you can tear through all sorts of teams, but you might have a difficult time defending your spot. So it's like you're going to pop up 30 spots and you're going to plummet
Yep,
30
it looks like we
spots.
got Brick
You know
agreeing
what I
with you
mean?
that he's not really worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I guess I'm just not paying attention to this battle, and I'm doing horrible.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't even. It's
got
unfortunate.
distracted.
I can't. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone. Everything's failing me.
Yeah,
Terrible.
we'll get it figured out for next time. But like, that was bad.
As long as it looks good for people, like it doesn't look
Yeah.
like nails on
I mean,
chalkboard, you know. It's all
people are
good.
saying that it looks good right now, so I
Perfect.
assume that means that this setup works good. Um, yeah.
Yo, let me get down and dirty with you. Do you know anybody personally that has this or that's had this COVID thing?
I personally I have not, but I know somebody who does know somebody who.
Okay.
Eh,
So it's like a degree of separation.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean,
specifically,
can't
don't know anybody.
it's funny because early on I was asking this question a lot, and I find it really interesting because um, I was finding that people actually thought that they already had it, like in December or January or early February or something like that, because they're like, bro, I never get sick, and I was as sick as I've ever been my entire life, and it lasted legitimately like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And as all the news was going out and all, they're thinking to themselves, wow, I got a buddy, he does like stage stuff. He like builds stages and stuff with like a crew of people.
Yeah.
And he was doing some like K-pop tour. Like this guy's doing like a K-pop tour and he's sick as a dog. And he basically was in contact with tons of people. And he's the type of dude where it's like, hey, I'm sick. I've got a job to do. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. I mean, that's
You
the
know?
thing. Some people are that way. Make sure
I
the job
mean,
gets done.
under normal circumstances, hey, I'm just gonna try to not get anybody sick, but there's things I have to do,
Oh yeah.
and it's just one of those unfortunate circumstances. But he's like, hey, listen, I probably touched tons of people with it. And they probably went from, it's a K-pop. Like, I
Yep.
don't know much about K-pop, but I know that K-pop is some spreadable stuff. You know what I mean? Watch out. Don't get involved in K-pop because you might, start getting K-pop tattoos. You know what I'm saying? You just turned 21, hey, dude.
All right.
You might start doing
Odd
K-pop.
question, but have you ever saw the video of the guy who like transformed his entire like face through plastic surgery and stuff to look like one of the people from
Yeah,
BTS or
there's
whatever?
always, bro, there's
People
always
will get
something like
into
that.
stuff.
There's always something like that. I think there's a larger underlying issue because at the end of the day is bro, you and I were two reasonable people. We sit here and we think to ourselves, we're like, hey, man, I would love to be that guy. That guy is, but it takes a certain degree of something to take it to the point where I got to look like Michael Jackson. I have to. I have
Yeah.
to. That is my life's goal. And I think part of the issue is social media, unfortunately, my dude.
Yeah.
I think if you spend a lot of time on it and you also have something, you're at risk. You know what I mean? So there's always been that. I remember there was some Barbie doll girl from like N- Norway or whatever, or some crazy something.
Yeah.
There's always going to be something like that, fortunately. But
Yeah.
watch out for K-pop because you might be K-pop's biggest fan next year. Now that I brought it up,
Oh yeah.
that thing spreads faster than COVID, for sure, for sure.
That's funny.
Keep your kids away from it. Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
All right. Well, I mean, unless you have something else you wanted to talk about, I think we'll wrap it up there
Bro,
for this little
nothing.
episode 0 because.
Yo, check it out. Let's kick it off with this.
Oh
Check
yeah.
this out.
Okay.
We all know Greedo. I
Yep.
got I got this Greedo minifigure. I'm gonna put them together. Whatever. We'll kick it off. So on top of it is the Bricklink store has actually been very busy, but anyone wants to get involved, anybody that has questions about what Bricklink is, or anything to that effect, by all means, hit me up on the Discord. I'm sure you'll know how to find me.
Yep. And for our names, you know, you can go in the Minifigure Empire Discord, and it's the same names as we have on the screen here. So if you'd like to speak with him, his is Bricksbird and mine's Vintage. And yep.
Greedo, you gotta hit me up, dude. You want this thing? I have no need for this. I already have one. But here you go. That's your boy, Greedo. Hey, I'm Greedo. I got another video for you. Gotcha, dude. You want this? Hit me up. Yeah, man. I think we're good. It's weird. It's weird that I didn't see the thing time. We really kind of just jumped into the pool head first, and you know, at the end of the day,
yeah,
we'll be all right.
It's a learning experience, you know. So this was episode 0, you know. Hopefully it only gets better from here, but you know, who knows? I hope it doesn't get worse.
Oh, so 2 things. 1, shout out to Minifigure Empire, strongest alliance in the game, I believe. Anybody has any questions, you know, whatever. Number 2, bricksbird.com. I actually just finally did something with that. And number 3, I appreciate you reaching out to me to actually do this thing. I think we're just going to get better with time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I appreciate you doing it with me. I could not do this by myself, that's for sure.
Beautiful.
All
Next
right.
time we'll improvements.
Yeah, so just one last thing to say is if anybody does have any suggestions on things that we can do to, you know, maybe improve this, like improve the setup, anything like that, be sure to let us know either on Discord or in the comments on the video after this is done, because it should automatically turn into a video. I think that's how YouTube works. And also, if anybody has any suggestions about things you'd like to see us talk about or cover, you know, it's the exact same thing as the feedback. Yeah, so
Very good.
appreciate everybody watching this live who came and watched it live for the first one, and I hope to see you guys. This will be a weekly thing, hopefully, and we're going to do it on Monday evenings.
Monday at 9 is the idea.
9
And,
Eastern.
The thing is, you got to hold us to it. You have to hold us to it. So I'm glad you brought that up, because life gets busy. But at the end of the day, I mean, when you make commitments, things get done. So,
Yep.
holla. So next episode, episode 1 is what? Monday at 9, right?
9 Eastern. That's Eastern.
All right, perfect. Greedo, hit me up. This thing's got your name all over it. Look at this thing. She's a beauty. All right.
All right. Appreciate everybody coming out. Have a good night. Catch you Monday.